Coumou, and in 2004 I finished the Gerrit Rietveld Academy on the photography department. And since then I'm working on two-dimensional collages and creating my own world. I started with inside spaces. 2 years ago I started to work with gardens, and that's a selection that's in the Faux magazine. And that's actually about the contrast between the very harsh, straightforward shapes of architecture and nature that's not to be, that people like to control but they can't. And yeah, actually that's the tension I'm looking for. I start with making sketches of what I want to do, so I'll make a sketch of the image that I would like to make. And then I make two-dimensional collages of paper, clay, plastic, photograph. And then I build it up in layers to bring different contrasts in the image. And then by backlighting it or front lighting it, I add the third dimension. So it's just a flat image that becomes three-dimensional by lighting it. I don't like to give work a title, because when you give it a title, you give them a direction to look at it, and now it's open for every viewer to interpret it in its own way. Since 2 years I'm working on exterior spaces, but before I've always worked on, I was always busy with shapes that were already existing within the image. But this time I tried to, for the first time I dared to cross borders of what was existing within the world that you see around you. So in this case I really added a cube just in the middle of the image. I've been drawing lines on the photograph, and then I made a collage on the back with paper, 4 pieces of paper I think, and I cut them out in the shape of the cube, and then I backlit it so that where there is only 1 piece of paper it's light, and where there's 2 or 3 it gets more darker. And then suddenly when you backlit it, it becomes a three-dimensional cube. And for me this was really a discovery. I'm really happy with this series, and I hope I can, I think this is the beginning of a new series body of work that I will try to research a bit more. I was very happy that I got selected for the Faux magazine, because I had been thinking about it a few years already and looking at my work, and I never had the feeling I was ready for it yet. And this year I'm turning 35, so I was like, oh, I have to send it in now, and it felt the right moment. So I was very happy that I sent it once and then I got selected. So I can just say I'm very happy with it.